Okay, so the next time that you are losing your faith a little bit, and you think, man, I'm not significant. We're on a random ball in space. Never mind, you can see stars through the moon with zoom cameras and telescopes. Never mind, they don't have a camera on the moon, and they're probably never gonna ever improve. But the next time that you think that you really start challenging God and your importance and significance here, that you remember and you think, I'm not just in some inverted wonderland mad world. It's like, you sure about that, invertebrate? You sure you're not in Wonderland being tricked by Medusa, my little invertebrates? Maybe you ought to go find your inverted brothers. And your listeners! And get your Ark the Covenant. So you can go wee with the lovingly debaucherous widow piggies rather than the emptily debaucherous widow piggies. Because you're in a watered down water world, there's a bunch of smokers out there not looking for the dry land. And they don't give a fuck whether you're too scared to talk to the guy who's got gills behind his ears or not. Because the highway don't care like Tim McGraw. So just think about that. I don't believe English ain't the lost language. I'm not part of a chosen generation. I'm not inverted into Wonderland, even if I am an invertebrate. It's like, okay, well. But what's gonna happen when that veil starts getting ripped off? So that's something to think about. But think about how funny that this is. Think about God's humor in this. That he, even if just as a species, as going back climatically into a chosen generation where we're forging massive souls that climatically where most of the life is born in the chosen generation, these high times with technology. That this is the most ironic, hysterical shit that there is. As far as the extent at which you are inverted into Wonderland, you're even on an invertebrate. You don't have any idea until it's time for you to have any idea. In which case, if you're a seeker, you're gonna fly. If you're a sea leaf fairy, you're gonna fly. So remember Jesus. Those who seek will not stop seeking until they find, and then when they do find, they're gonna be disturbed. I'm inverted into Wonderland. That's why I'm going to invertebrate. God damn. You really got me good this time, God. I didn't know I could see the goddamn stars to the fucking moon, and they've been talking about it since the 1700s. God damn. So, anyways, you're all fairies, and you're filled with love. I know you're filled with love. You're God's fairies, because you're still alive. If you're still alive, you're still filled with love. So there's still hope. Remember Jesus, the dead are not alive, and the alive cannot die. The living cannot die. No, he's not saying, fuck the dead. But what he is saying is, in your dimension, it's like the nothing from the never-ending story. Whoever hasn't been taken from the nothing for you, your big fish swimming past your window, you don't sit around and be obsessed compulsive. They're going to come past your window, your senses. That these are important. And what he's saying is the dead are dead. So if you sit around obsessing over the dead and just accept death, then others are going to become dead as well. For you, in your dimension, because nobody living ever really dies. Jesus says it's the living do not die, but the dead aren't alive. He's being the Riddler here. Is that everybody who is alive, for you, your grandma, your granddad, everybody is important. So if in your sublime, even in your sublime heart, if you are thinking to yourself, if you ever get to a point where you're like, well, I would rather these people, I won't mind moving than this people or this people because I care more about their money than our relationship at this point. Even if you will never admit that from your forthright shell. But on the other half of your shell, you're not a turtle in a half shell. You're like this God-molding whole shell who thinks you're like Hancock with his girlfriend crawling on the ground and you're not able to fly. You're like, hey, God, be a turtle in a half shell. Those whole shells can't even walk. Hey, God, they're all sick. They're trying to take full credit for something. But anyways, so the key lesson here is if you don't believe that you're inverted into God's wonderland and that you have to see through the smog and get the Ark of the Covenant and the Ten Commandments for your family to get your house of stone so you can save all your widow piggies when their houses of cards here in Gotham City from Batman and the Green Lion that's going to roar their houses down as he eats the lion's son, that you must have forgotten that you're also so that you can save and see through this inverted false reality and save the world from cultic repression and slay the Ladytron big and monster robots. You got to slap the shame-filled daddies down and circumcise the evil mommies. So think about this. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and you got to be Van Helsing, and you got to be in Van Helsing's or you got to be in a Van Helsing's entourage. You know, essentially all of the Van Helsing entourages. I know what's going on now. They're trying to save their big fish from the nothing. So, Ark of the Covenant, Noah's Ark and Ark of the Covenant are connected. The flood is of lies. All the lies that the children are being allowed and programmed and encouraged to learn because the parents think that it's cute watching their children suffer in ignorance like cute pets as they learn a bunch of lies. This is the inversion. This is where everybody is learning things that aren't useful. You go learn a bunch of lies about super finite things. You think you learn how to heal diseases because you think you're diseased for years, and you're taking precautions and you're thinking, well, at least I've learned all this good stuff that I can help for other people with, even though I've thought I've been diseased for years. Prolong their lives and make themselves healthy, and then you go and find out it has no physical turnbuckles at all when it comes to super finite. And all that time you had wasted learning, you could have just known. If somebody could have told you this or informed you faithfully, and you would have went and invested your time learning in something religious. So this is where it's one of those things where it's like, these green lions are going to make you kill yourselves. If there's any conscience inside you at all, we're looking at you like monsters. You guys are like the shark teeth from the land before time. And I'm like Turok. I'm riding on Sarah's back with a spear. And I'm just like, stay away, shark teeth. If you want to go to the Great Valley with me and eat sardines off the Star Creek, little one, Sarah, come on. Let him not. You ready to get away. You're the one to invertebrates. Inverted into Wonderland. So something to think about. You gon' wanna get yourself another one. We gon' slap your shame-filled daddy down. Circumcise your evil two-faced mama now. We gon' get you going on a better one. We gon' get you going on another one. Better one will go on another one. Ooh, better one will go on another one. Into this.